Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is, gosh golly, what's the day today? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Bright and early, 6 o'clock. Howdy, y'all. And get my cat cup. We've got a little kitten that looks like kind of like this. My name's Sandra Waldrop. You're watching Kingdom Makers, Homemaking, and Homestead. I know my background's a little different, but that's because I have you closer because we're going to be doing a beaded hat band today for that hat we created with our Essential Stencil hat that we did. And so we're going to be hopefully finishing that up in the next day or two. Tomorrow's July 1st. Can you believe it? July 1st. So that means we are moving right into Christmas. We'll be moving right into Christmas. I just created a second page called Vintage Country Christmas Collection. So be sure and follow that page as well. If you are not in the Country Living Collective, please be sure that you are in that group. That is my group. I'm so excited to have it and so honored to be able to be the one loving on it and growing it for now. And yeah, so we've got creators crafting in there all the time. I share lives in there. And so we do lives on crafting, but also, cooking and different homesteady type things, different country stuff. So if you're wanting to be part of that, please let me know if you would like to be a creator or if you would just want to join that for watching other people do the stuff or learning from people. If you are one of my crafting friends, I'm so sorry, but I'm not going to be able to comment on any of your lives for I don't know how long. I made Facebook mad at me because I guess I've been commenting too much on my friends' lives. Coming in and letting them know, hey, I'm watching you. I love you. You're amazing. I've shared you into the Country Living Collective group. Facebook got mad at me. So now I'm not able to comment on any posts, any lives, anything. For I don't know how long. I don't know how long that lasts. I've never had this happen to me before. But I'm in the no-no chair. So there's that. I'm in the no-no chair. Oh my goodness. Just a little bit of coffee this morning. So there's that. Let me see. Did I mark everything off? Oh, okay, this hat. The hat that I'm creating will be up for grabs in a drawing. Okay, so if you are interested in being in the drawing for this gorgeous hat, all you have to do is go into the Country Living Collective group and invite 2 friends. Okay, you have to join it, invite 2 friends, and then you'll share the post that says, hey, this hat's going in for the drawing or whatever. You'll see the post where it has all the stuff. Share this post, and you'll share that post, and then you'll go in the comment section and you'll just write done, and I'll know that you've done those things, and I'll be able to put your name in for the drawing. And you can repeat, wash, rinse, repeat that process as many times as you want, so that you can be entered as many times as you want. Good morning, sweet West Texas Crafts by Lori. My sweet Lori friend, how are you this morning? I'm drinking my coffee and just jibber-jabbering for a minute. And then I'm gonna bring you in real close, and all you're gonna see is my hands, because I'm gonna be trying to do some beading. Yesterday I went ahead and got my loom set up with the strings. It is 1 roll of thread, right? And what I did is, I didn't want to do it live because I'm all thumbs, but you tie it off to one of these notches. If you want to work in the middle, you would start with this one, and you're just gonna bring it into one of these little notches, the string, and bring it down and kind of bring it around that notch right there, and then up to where they're real close together and straight across, and then you'll bring it back and just tie it off on that again. This loom is not big enough for a hat band. It's fine. There's a bigger one, but I didn't want to do the whole hat band live, or have that big old contraption of my daughter's live, because it's really big. Good morning, sweet Diane. How are you? So if you get your string on there and you're like, it's not, like, some of it is kind of saggy or whatever, these little wing nuts you can loosen, and then you would just pull this down to tie in the strings, and then you'll just tighten it back up and you're good to go. And you just want those to be really tight, not tight, taut. So you'll do that. You want to have, so the longer the loom, the longer the piece you can do, right? Or you have to just like keep feeding it, and I'm not really sure how to do that, but I'm sure we could figure it out, but I'm not doing that live. Anyway, so I'm just gonna use my daughter's big contraption for the full hat band, or I might try to make a few this size and then see about like sewing them together. I know there's some sewing involved with these beaded things. So these are not sewing needles, these are beading needles, and you can get them at Hobby Lobby. This is the 4-pack. I already took the label off. Oh, here we go. There it is. It just says jewelry tools on it. That's what it was. They were $4.99. You get them your 40% off. They're very inexpensive. My daughter had this big old thing of thread. Not too sure how much it costed on Amazon. I'm pretty sure we got that for her for like Christmas several years ago, when she was doing a lot of this type of beading. So anyways, we're gonna be working on that. Oop, don't want to lose one of these though, because that would hurt. My youngest sat on our couch, I don't know, about a week ago or so, and she got a sewing needle in her side right there, and she was like, that hurt. She was not happy. And so you could tell she doesn't get shots very often. So she was like, ouch. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, it's okay. People get jabbed with needles all the time. You're gonna be okay. But she was not happy, and I was very upset that that happened. But anyway, so mind your needles the best you can. Anyways, we try around here, but people are wild in the Waldrop household. The beads we are going to use are the 8/0 glass beads. They come in a tube like this from Hobby Lobby. These $4.49. They were 40% off. I got two different colors. This one is is it gonna have a color on it? I don't know. Nope, they don't have like a distinctive. Okay, so it has a number on it. This is 2030575 on the white, and then 2154698 on these. Oh, khaki. Okay, this is white Ceylon. Read. White Ceylon, and then these ones are khaki. So those two colors are what we're going to be using today for our, if I can reach it, come here to me hat. Come here to me. Whew. For our hat. Okay, we're very close to being done. Okay, I'm just gonna do a hat band here, and then I'm probably gonna do some stenciling up under here. I've done the transfers on here, and they stay beautifully. You can rub them, everything. I wouldn't like try scratching them up or anything, because you know, you do that to anything and it's gonna mess it up. But they're sitting pretty and doing great, and I am very happy with the way they turned out on this. So, and there's the top of the hat, just gorgeous. I did some, I glued some beads on there with our, what is it, B7000 there, and then did some little ones up here, just a little bit, and then some on our flowers up here. And so it's all just tying together gorgeously. So gorgeous. Oh, I am on early, sweet Diane. I've got a busy day ahead, but I didn't want to miss a live. And also, I don't like to compete with my friends over at Craft Around the Clock if I can avoid it. I can't guarantee that I won't always like be on during Craft Around the Clock hours, but if I cannot, I would rather not, just because I love my lady so much. Thank you so much, Lori. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that hat has turned out. And so when Essential Stencil was like, yeah, we'd love for you to be an ambassador, I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to you know, make things that are pretty for them? I know that like it just kind of ups the pressure for you for a little bit whenever people are like wanting to get involved with you or whatever. So I was a little nervous about how the hat was going to turn out, but I think that it has done, like, it's just gorgeous. It wants to be pretty. It wants to be pretty. All right, so I've jibber-jabbed enough. I could just come on here and drink coffee with y'all and sit here and do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring y'all around here and bring y'all in real close as I can get you, without having you see my actual molecules in my cells. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hopefully don't flip anything. How does that look? Y'all doing okay there? Okay, y'all can see my mess over here. Don't pay attention to that. That's a part of this. All right, so you definitely want to have a piece of fabric down here, something that you can have your beads on, that they're not going to go bouncing all around. I would not suggest like a glass plate or anything of that nature. And let's see if I can even get this contraption open. Open. I have to open these beads. Let's see, what do I got that can help me? Scissors. My girls decided to have like a little sister craft night last night, and so they were over here messing with stuff. So we'll see how many things I can actually find that I need this morning. We'll see if I can. All right, come open. All right, it's turning. That means it wants to come up. I guess I could have done this before going live, but I didn't want my beads jumping everywhere, and then I've got a hair in my ring. Okay, there we go. Okay, just be careful opening it. Okay, these beads want to jump. They're jumpers. They are jumpers. Okay, move my scissors. Just make your little pile. I'm not going to do some fancy schmancy pattern with this. And let's see if let's cut that so that I can put that top back on. Definitely put the top back on, because I will bump it and it will go flying, and then we'll have beads everywhere, and then I'll be looking at you, you'll be looking at me, and we'll just we won't know what's going on. Oh, goodness. What does everyone have going this morning? Are y'all just laying in bed? Laying in bed sounds amazing. I woke up at 4:30 just so that I could actually like be awake. I didn't actually like try to get ready or anything till I was very close to 6 o'clock. I just kind of ran in there and got ready real quick, because I was sitting there drinking my coffee and trying to think of new ideas and different things and, you know, make my plans. I just kind of went down into that plastic to peel this up so that I could get it. Let's see if I can twist it now. Sorry, guys. I know this is not the most informative part of my live this morning, although it could be helpful to somebody. All right, I'm just gonna, I want this to be mostly the white. I want the khaki in there to, you know, to bring some color in, but I want it to be mostly these pretty white Ceylon. I just feel like they're so blingy and similar to the pearl color. They give the same amount of shine or even just a slight bit more. So, so I feel like they're good. Okay, so this is this little bendy one. That's the needle we're going to use this morning. All right, I'm gonna set that there. And you don't want to go crazy with your string length because just like when you're sewing, even though you know you're going to need a lot, if you put too much, it's going to mess you up. You got up early, need to water outside before the 90s. Oh, sitting in bed having coffee and yes, yes. Just thinking about getting that Tuesday started. Okay, so I'm going, you can't see that, can you? I'm gonna move that just a little bit this way. Okay, I went into this first string here and I'm just going to tie the string on there. Okay. I don't want it to have a big old knot, but I want it to have enough that it's gonna stay. Okay, I'm gonna feed this under here, the string under my line of strings on the loom, okay? And y'all are gonna be so surprised at how easy this is. I think I will too, because I've only ever watched my daughter do it, but I was surprised watching her do it at how easy it was. I'm just hoping I can get the string through there. The string's a little thick for this needle hole. Anyways, I'm just gonna put a little bit of string on there, coming out the other end. It's not a big deal, okay? And then you're just gonna use your needle to catch those beads, okay? And you're gonna count your spaces, all right? The spaces between. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need 9 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So that's all the beads I have right there. And again, I'm not doing any like special pattern. So you're gonna go ahead and get all those on your string, and you're gonna slide them all the way under, and you're just gonna push them between each one of those deals. And okay, it's easy-ish. All right, it's easy-ish. I might have been able to put the strings further apart on the loom, but okay, so we've got them up there. They're holding on their own. Now what I'm going to do with my needle is I'm going to slip it back through all those beads. And just make sure you're getting every bead. Okay. And that's literally all there is to it. Okay, you're just catching them on there, and you know, you can straighten them out and everything. Oh no, I missed a string. Okay. Well, that's a situation we're gonna have to start over. We're gonna have to start over. Psych. Okay. Well, okay. I'm not gonna cut the string. I'm just gonna take my needle off. Okay. And we're gonna problem solve right here, right now. I'm just gonna pull it out. Okay. See that? See how easy that is to problem solve? Okay. And I'll put my string back on my needle. You want to make sure those beads are correctly between those strings. That's the biggest thing, because if you don't get them correctly between those strings, they're not going to sit right. Okay, let me just make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And I have 9 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I was just double checking, because I don't want to pretend like I can count right at 6 o'clock in the morning or whenever. Okay, I'm just tightening in those strings a little bit more. And just pushing them up between. Okay, I think I've got them. They were all between before, but I think I just missed it with my my needle. Okay, there we go. Okay, and see how it all knot up if you have too much. You don't want it to knot up. Don't let it knot up. Just kind of untwist it. It's gonna be, okay, there we go. There we go. What's going on here? What did I do now? Gosh golly. I missed that string again. Okay, come on. Just stick it between there and the next line of beads it'll catch with the next line of beads. You definitely, and that's the thing, is you just want to make sure that you're just getting those beads on the top and the bottom with the string. Okay. So now I'll bring the needle back to this side. I'm just gonna leave it now because I'm not even actually gonna use, well, maybe. I don't know. We'll see, but it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm not redoing it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's our 9. Good morning. Early riser, definitely a morning person by noon. It's so hot. And yes. Oh my goodness. I went outside yesterday and you know what happened? My body just decided to turn into soup. Miss Stephanie, how are you today? How are y'all doing? I'm over here trying to make my fingers work first thing this morning. We should all know better. I'm just kidding. Kind of. All right, just make sure and get them all each between. Okay, I'm just gonna hold them up there with my fingers and try to make sure I get above and through. You definitely want to be above the strings that are going across with your needle. Okay, I think I got them. I think I got them all. I am not an expert at doing this kind of beading, but just how I learn everything. Watching my sweet friends over here craft on Facebook, or my mom when I was little. That's how I learned how to crochet, is just sitting next to her and watching her, and then sitting there and watching my daughter do this beading. Now look at this. I want to show you guys. Look at how closely those beads match that. Isn't that going to be so beautiful, those beads together? It's just going to be gorgeous. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm hoping I get to use this little piece before I go to using the big loom. If not, I may make a matching bracelet to go with the hat. That might be a bonus piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Wait, did I get 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, got too many. I think that's the biggest thing. Jewelers, people who do this kind of intricate stuff, you know, their eyes have to be so on point for that. They've got to have their eyesight on point for that, I imagine. My eyes have been silly here lately. I've got all kinds of crazy stuff with my eyeballs. Just like my other organs wanted to act up. Oh, see, I almost went under that that thread. Okay. Let me bring this up to y'all. I'm going to stick that there in my dill. I'm just going to lay it there and bring this up and show y'all. Oh, look at how pretty that's turning out. Can you believe that? Like, look how easy that is. All you're doing is using a needle and a thread and going back and forth. And I know it's just something else you need the correct supplies for, right? I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she was like, I don't get involved with all kinds of crafts and hobbies because I don't have time and I don't have space. And I was like, is that a thing? You just say no to a hobby because you don't have time and space? It's so weird to me. Such a foreign concept. Hi, Miss Tammy. Oh, Miss Diane, it's really not hard. You just tie the string off on these little strings and then go back and forth. It's not hard. It's just tedious. Which I think is why, mostly why, those kind of hat bands and things are so pricey. 4, 5, 6. Because 7, 8, get a brown or a khaki. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's just tedious, right? And it is going to take you a little bit to do it all, but it's really just the same process over and over and over. And just making sure you have, you know, your needle hit in the right spots and everything. And we've got one little stray guy here who doesn't want to go between. Go in. I don't think that it would be any more tedious or difficult as like doing embroidery or anything like that. If you can sew, if you quilt, if you crochet, if you do anything like that, you can definitely do this. Because that means you've got some patience and focus. This is not a hobby I would pick up when I've got toddlers, you know, because you can't focus on nothing but keeping them alive. Then people are constantly trying to kamikaze. But when you've got, before, you know, Yes, that's the word. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. But when you get out of that tiny human season, you can get into things like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the thing about these beads is that even though you purchase them all the same size, they're not all the same size. So that does make a difference in how things are going to go for you, but that's okay because they're just gorgeous. And I highly recommend trying this at least once in your life, because bet you anything you could do it. Bet you anything. All right, and there we go. Can you believe how easy that is? This is literally my first time actually doing it myself. As a beginner, showing y'all how to make these bands, I feel like you give it a few times of trying it yourself and you're gonna be zipping on through. I just think it's coming out gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And I think that this would make an absolutely beautiful set. The bracelet, earrings, I don't know, if I can figure out, my daughter made me a set of earrings to go with the necklace, and I'm just talking and putting as many beads as I possibly can on here, and I'm not supposed to. My daughter made me a set with earrings, a necklace, and a bracelet. I should have worn the bracelet this morning. I don't know why I didn't think of that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And they make spinners if you really want like a good mix of random things. You just stick your deal into the spinner and they catch on there. But anyways, if I can figure out earrings, the winner will be getting a hat, bracelet, earring set too. If I can figure it out, we'll see. I really like to learn. I like to learn new stuff. That's what I was saying. My friend yesterday, she was like, "Oh, I don't pick up new hobbies because I don't have time in my life or time in my house or space in my house." I was like, I don't even know what that. I don't get that concept. I don't have a big house and I don't have a lot of time, but I've been doing it anyways. You love to cross stitch and quilt. Oh, Miss Diane. Yes, yes. My grandmother did, I call it needlepoint, but I believe it was cross stitch. And she would do, I remember she did like a picture of like wolves and stuff. Like she bought like a kit or something and she did a bunch of different things like that. She lived in New Mexico, up above Albuquerque in the Sandia Crest. 6, 7, 8, 9. And I used to love going up there. We would usually go around Christmas. So there was snow. Where I grew up was right on the Mexican border in a little town called Deming. And I spent most of my time in Columbus, which is even closer to the Mexican border. And so going to Albuquerque and being up there where there was snow, I just thought it was so magical. And going in my grandparents' house and they had a fireplace and all this stuff, and my grandma had all her crafts and everything, and I just thought it was just the most magical place in the world, right? Just such a warm feeling. beautiful turkey in the oven and, you know, all this stuff. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh my gosh, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous for our hat. So excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't. I did not warm up my vocals this morning before going live. Normally I will if I know I'm going to be singing, because we don't need any early morning cracking. However, I am so excited. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Y'all are just gonna hear me count to 9. This is literally me when I'm crocheting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Grandsons for the summer help their parents out, and they're 8 and 4, so it's really hard to stay focused on anything right now. But once they are back in school, this girl's gonna get busy. I love learning new things. Sewing machines back out, doing some small things. Yes. So this Thursday, my girls will be taking a sewing workshop at our ag office. I had asked our ag extension agent to plan a sewing series for our kids, our homeschool kids, just to get some sewing machine know-how, right? And so my girls are going to be taking this workshop, and I am so excited because I'm gonna be right there and making sure I've got, I missed that string. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna be right there learning all the things with them. I'm not taking the class because it's intended for kids, but I will be there. and to boot, let me exit out of whatever Facebook is trying to sell me right now. To boot, I am also getting to possibly, I think we've come to an agreement. I might be picking up my nephew from West Texas after 4th of July sometime, for him to come spend some time with us, just hanging out. Summertime, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I'm so excited. 8, 9. He is 11. He's a year older than my youngest. And he is such a sweetie pie. And he likes to do, you know, video games and stuff like that, but he's also an aspiring content creator. He has his little TikTok channel and stuff. And so so I always like to go on TikTok and see the stuff he's posting and sharing and all that jazz. Look at that. Look at how pretty that's coming. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. Gorgeous. It's simply gorgeous. So if I can, the hat may come with a bracelet and it may come with earrings. We will see. But yeah, to be in the running to win this hat, you just need to be in the Country Living Collective group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you'll find the post and follow the instructions. It's literally just inviting 2 friends to that group, and then sharing that post about the the enter to win or enter to be in the raffle or whatever. And then you'll just go in the comment section and hit done. So I know that, or you'll type out the word done. So I know to put you in the raffle, because that's how I will remember everybody. I won't be able to go in and individually look and see. So it's on an honor system, whether or not you actually do everything, or if you just write done in there, I won't know. But I hope you would. I hope everyone would be honest about it. But, you know, I'm just really trying to grow the group, the community, especially, you know, for the creators that I'm sharing over into that group. I really want them to have a solid community to share into. And yeah, I just think that it's great to have community. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I have too many. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. How many times can you count to 9 before your brain starts saying, is that 9, 10, or 7? Does anybody else get scolded every time they say 6 or 7 of anything? If I say 67, there were 67 people at that event, my 10-year-old will be like, Mom, you said 6, 7. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Not really, because I don't care. But these kids are silly with their little trends. Pretty, so pretty. We're in West Texas. So they live in Big Spring. They live in Big Spring. We used to live in Odessa. We lived there for just a couple of years before we moved to Houston area, but we moved there initially from New Mexico. And I think it was good because it gave me time to kind of grow out of needing to be where I grew up, you know. It gave me kind of time to inch my way to independence. And so I appreciate the time that the Lord gave me in West Texas, because I know that it provided a lot of personal growth for me. I went through a lot personally there, trying to figure out some things, process some things from my childhood, and I was actually saved one night out running in my around my apartment complex, and my life was going just absolute bonkers. My husband and I were just not doing well in our relationship. Wow, I didn't even mean to make that line of gold. Look at that. And I just cried out to the Lord, like, I can't do this. I need you. I need you to come into my life and just fix it. Like, I can't do this on my own. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so, yeah, it was in West Texas where I actually gave my life to Jesus. And I know a lot of Christians will agree with me on this. Like, there's a difference between believing in God and handing over the will, right? Saying, Lord, come into my life and have your will. And that's really what he wants, is our hearts to surrender. And even not really knowing the Lord, he still came in and said, okay. He said, if that's what you want, that's what I'll do. And I tell you what, it was the best decision I've ever made. My marriage is stronger. My life is more, I have more fulfillment in my life than ever before. I have to say, he guides my hand every day, lights my path every day, and it is just so awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So, not far from you. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. Oh, you do. You have your grandkids over there a lot. I have high hopes for when I am a Shuggies for, you know, my own children, my own children's children. I will be having them quite a bit. I hope. Because literally, like, that is where I get the most fulfillment, is my babies. My babies. My best friend is a Gigi. And so I am an honorary Shuggies, okay? And we've had a lot of babies born in the family lately, and so I'm like, they can just call me Shuggies. Like, they're all just gonna call me Shuggies, that's fine. But yeah, but that's my grandma name. That's my Meemaw name, is Shuggies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wouldn't it be cool to do like a Morse code thing? Like write somebody a note on their bracelet, a Morse code bracelet. That would be labor intensive. I always think of like these crazy ideas and I'm like, I would love to do that. And then I'm like, no, I really wouldn't. That's going to be a lot of work. There's a great lot of things that I'm willing to do that's a lot of work that sound just like a ton of fun. But some things I'm like, that's a great idea for somebody else. But you could definitely do a Morse code message in here to your daughters, to your relative, to your best friend, whatever. That would be so cool to do something like that. Nine. Okay. Oh wow. It's already almost been an hour. Oh my goodness. You're a Grammy. Shuggy. Yes. Oh, thank you, Lori. You're a Grammy. Best feeling in the world. Yes. So when my best friend's oldest grandson, when he started talking, and he was they come to our homeschool co-op, and the first time he was like, bye, Shuggies. I was like, oh. I was crying. And then I was fixing to tell her about it, and I couldn't even get it out before I started crying. Of course, I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it. His sweet little voice. Bye, Shuggies. Just so, so precious. God is just so good to give us these babies. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, sweet. Just so precious. And their innocence and everything just really, you know, that'll touch your heart. If there is a little human out there that loves you, you can count yourself blessed beyond measure, because it is just absolutely the best feeling in the world. in the world? Oh, the truck bed project. Miss Stephanie, I am definitely... So my husband moved the truck bed out of his way, and I'm thinking I need him to move it to right in his way to the front of the house so that I can get out there and look like a wet cat in front of y'all, because I'm really wanting to get that done. I will probably involve whichever child can who can help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just so that I have some hands out there, but also if they end up using it as an ag mechanics project, they have to be involved in it. So I wanted it for me, but then I'm like, it's such an awesome project. I feel like it would be so great for an ag mechanics project. So we'll see what happens if I'm gonna let them take my truck bed. My husband found out that I paid money for that thing, and he was like, what did you do? How much money did you pay? I was like, it was tincture money, because I sell tinctures to my local friends. I do like turmeric tincture and cayenne tincture and just different things like that for people locally, some of my friends locally. How did I do that? Look, I keep doing that where I'll line them up. Isn't that so cool? Oh my goodness, I did it again. And he was like, I cannot believe you paid money for that. But okay, so y'all saw how long my string was before, right? And and now it's getting pretty short from going back and forth, back and forth. 7, 8, 9. But again, you can get one of those spinner things, and it'll make light work of collecting the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of collecting the beads on your needle if you get the spinner thing. I'm just sitting here jibber jabbering with y'all with sorry guys, I can't think and like make my fingers work at the same time for some reason. So anyways, yeah, y'all saw how long the string was, and look at how short it is now. We had quite a bit, and that's how far we got. But look at that. That's how far we got in less than an hour, because I talked on here for a good 12 to 15 minutes before I even started. Yeah, so, but the truck bed project, I've gone back and forth on what we're actually going to turn it into, because I think that a beautiful, like, pergola seating bench situation would be absolutely gorgeous. But, oh my gosh, could you imagine it as a hen house, like a rolling hen house, or a rolling greenhouse? So that is, I think that's what's catching me the most. But regardless, I do need to get out there and give it a good wash and start sanding it. I'm not gonna go crazy again with the sanding. I just have like the 220 grit sandpaper that I'm gonna use, and I'm literally just going to like wax on, wax off type situation. So look at that. Look at how gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I am just in love. And I'm so excited that I was able to do this. Let me pull y'all back a bit so I can kind of talk to y'all. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Hello again. Hello again, sweet world. All right. So we've only got about 5 minutes till things get kicked off over in Craft Around the Clock. I couldn't find the iPad this morning to share myself into Country Living Collective while I was live here, so I'll be sharing my live in after this. So if y'all could just share it out for me also, that would be fantastic. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much, sweet Lori. I'm gonna have to make another one for me. I'm gonna have to make another one for me. This is just gonna be so pretty, so pretty. With the hat band and then some more stenciling in here with these. Next time I'll probably do the stenciling first before I put the transfers on so they can overlap differently. I'm talking behind the, sorry, I'm talking behind the hat. But yeah, it's really going to be a gorgeous piece. So if you want to win it, be sure you do all the things to win the hat. I already have ideas for the next hat. So many ideas. So many ideas. I'm so excited. I just need to order things off Amazon. How cool would it be? I don't know if I could get a needle through one of these hats. I'm gonna have to do some experimentation on my other hat that I made for me that I like to wear. Excuse me. My nose is running now. This one I just did the lace as the hat band, and I've got this. This makes it a little side heavy, I'm not gonna lie. But I love it. I love it with the paper roses, my little crochet one in there, the little turquoise beads that I added. I just think it's, I love this hat. I've already worn it once to a function. The mayor here locally, she's such a down-to-earth person. She invited me to like a ladies luncheon thing with her group. And so I got to go to that, and I wore my hat. I wore my hat. And oh, look at all that beading I did on that. That was a lot of beading. Because I did so much stenciling, I didn't want to overpower this one. I just wanted it to be a little, you know. And then it's gonna have the beaded hat band, so it'll have the bling. But anyways, I hope y'all have an amazing day. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off and start getting things prepared for people. We've got a cow that has to go to the vet. She's got an abscess or something happening, so I've got to get people up and get them ready to get that cow to the vet this morning. And yeah, anyways, I will see y'all soon. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. I appreciate y'all for engaging and talking, just being here and being my friend. Thank you for being a friend. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow, okay? I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully the hat will be done at that time and I can show y'all the finished project. And we'll be in the kitchen. We're gonna do some canning tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'm gonna figure it out and I'll post it to my page. All right? Love y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for homemaking a homemade home with me today. Bye, guys.